Certainly not least, my man Jay Elevate. How we doing over there on the west coast of Florida, bro?
Fire!
Ooh,
Woo!
He's ready.
Let's go.
man, I need some of that energy.
Right, my man. Listen, he told me he's been pumped all week for this, and I have too, man. I have too. I've been excited because we got a plethora of topics to get into once again. I didn't know what was going to happen this week. I thought maybe it was going to slow down a little bit, but obviously things have not slowed down whatsoever because
Facts. Facts.
the stuff we're going to talk about today, man, let me tell you. First on the docket. Now, this is a milestone for us, right? This is our third week in a row doing this live here for the people. But speaking of milestones, what do we all think about the fact that our guy, LeBron James, has now eclipsed 40,000 points? 40,000 points for my man here. Now, before I let you guys rock with this, I feel like personally, there's some people who are kind of poo-pooing this milestone because we're actually watching history in the making. And to see this happening in our lifetime, we should definitely be appreciating it more. But how do you all feel about the fact that he achieved this? And where does it put him in the conversation as far as all-time basketball players are concerned?
Ooh.
Man, that's a really tough question. Um, I look at it like this has become really a full circle moment for LeBron, right? So LeBron being what one of 14 high school athletes during the time to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated, right? Him was it Kevin Garnett, Bryce Harper, Jabari Parker, to name a few, right? Being labeled straight out the gate in high school a prodigy, one of the best to even do it before he gets to the NBA, right? Um, I really think it's about no matter how you feel about him, it's a significant milestone, right? He was the youngest to do it coming into the league. And now, when you really think about it, and here's that full circle moment, he's now the oldest to do it in the league, right? And to still be able to play at this competitive level at that age right now, I mean, we just haven't seen that. We just haven't. So, love him or hate him, you still got to respect the fact that that's a hell of a milestone right there for us to witness in today's league.
I would agree.
Word, word, 100%. I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Love him or hate him, you got to give the man his props. For him to hit that milestone is 100% dope. People got their personal preferences. When it comes to LeBron, you team hopping or whatever the case is. But to hit that milestone right there, like you said, the man can hoop. Now, to put him up there with one of the greatest of all times, me personally, I like to kind of look at things a little bit differently because, like Perp said, it's a challenging question, right? It's almost like saying who's better, Tyson or Ali. So I'm gonna give you this. You want to talk about Jordan, LeBron during their eras? Right now, LeBron is the goat. That's it. That's where I'm at with it. LeBron is the goat right now. He's it.
All-time GOAT, or just you just really
That
focusing on the era?
I'm right now. I'm focusing on era. Like just to say, like right now, it's him. He's it. He's it.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay.
Jay?
So, hey, man, listen. This man, 40,000 points is absolutely phenomenal. It's a whole different planet that he's on right now. And I definitely will say this, man. I feel like LeBron James absolutely deserves his flowers. He does deserve to be on Mount Rushmore. But I have to play devil's advocate and I have to give the truth. And this is not LeBron's fault. He's in a weak league. They celebrate points even when the team is down by 30 points, they high-fiving each other. Hey, good three. So LeBron James' mentality is absolutely not like the rest of the league. He is something different. But again, he is in a weak league where everybody is friends. And again, he's a 256 pounder. And if you put a pinky on his elbow, he flops. He says, hey, man, I got a foul. He cries about everything. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely not the GOAT of all time. Absolutely not.
So if he's not, who is?
You know, I'm going to say this person's name because everybody, not everybody, but most everybody would agree with this. But I do have a slight debate with it internally. It's Jordan. I have an internal debate if Jordan really is the greatest of all time, but I'm still going to ride with Jordan. And there's a difference between MJ and LeBron that I don't think some people are really capturing and really looking at.
Okay, what is that?
So when you talk about a killer mentality, when you talk about somebody who's not always going to pass the ball to a teammate to make that decision, when you talk about someone who plays defense, not chasing down the ball and blocking it, I'm talking about straight up in your face, hey, I'm here for you. You're talking about someone out there who's just an absolute assassin who doesn't care about if your mama watching you play the game. He gonna put his whole entire yoo-hoo on your forehead. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Yoo-hoo!
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So when we talk about that killer mentality, we talk about someone who's just absolutely built different mentally. It's absolutely Jordan when we talk about that. Now, LeBron is a complete player, without a shadow of a doubt. All right, I'm giving my man his props, but absolutely not the GOAT. Quit playing with me.
I'm actually surprised you didn't bring Kobe up.
Kobe.
See, now, here's the thing, right? Now, the problem with, well, let me not say the problem. The issue a lot of people have with Kobe is that he mirrored his entire game after Mike. So they look at him as, you know, Mike is 1A and Kobe's 1B in terms of style of play, right? Now, accolades wise, 25 years from now, where do you think people are really going to look at this? Because all they'll have really to go on, like, yeah, you got the highlight videos that are out there, but you look at the stats as well, and you're talking about a guy, 40,000 points, right? 4 championships. What is it? How many MVPs did he have? 3 MVPs. I think 2 or 3 finals MVPs. The thing is everyone likes to point to the rings. And if the whole real argument comes down to rings, then why do we not talk about Bill Russell, who's got, I believe, 11?
Yes, 11. With Boston.
11 championships. Right? Now, he may not be 11-0, but regardless of being undefeated, 11 championships. Because look at Brady. Brady got defeated a couple times in Super Bowls, right?
Yeah.
But he's got 7.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now, if someone was able to pull, now if Patrick Mahomes pulls off 8, would Patrick Mahomes be seen as the GOAT?
So let me say this, man. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback in NFL history, but Patrick Mahomes absolutely has the ability to dethrone, Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. Their style of play is different, whether you like it or not. When I look at a champion, I'm looking at the mental fortitude of somebody from start to finish. All right. Mm-hmm. And so I don't need someone who's going to give me highlights from first quarter through third quarter. I need that person to be locked in from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. And when we talk about teamwork, right? LeBron is absolutely a phenomenal team player. He knows how to get his team engaged. But I want to say something real quickly to everybody about here. If you guys notice, LeBron is very, very highly intelligent when it comes to basketball IQ. He uses his players to elevate him. And here's what I'm saying. LeBron will pass the ball doing certain plays. Hey, you know what, man? This playmaker, let him get it. But when everybody gets a little bit tired, then who takes over? LeBron. If you notice, he's in the mix, but he gets in the mix when there's less people around him. So part of his mental state absolutely is how he plays the game to not get hurt. but also spending $1 million per year on his physical health absolutely is prolonging his career, which is very smart. So he's doing something that other players did not, because he's not experiencing the Pistons, the bad boys. He's not getting slammed on the ground. He's not getting none of that. So it's not his fault. But again, if you look how slick and how he plays the game, he does it where people do not understand, well, how is he not really getting hurt? He puts other players in situations to score the basket, to get hurt, so he can prolong his game. Smart guy, smart, and I respect it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I think at the end of the day, I want to circle back around to the question you originally asked, where your kicks. You know, are we basing this solely off of stats, or are we basing this off of rings, right? Because if that's the case, then yeah, of course, you know, the GOAT supreme is Bill Russell, my fraternity brother. But at the end of the day, though, you have to look at it like this. Jordan had 6, Kobe had 5, LeBron has 4, right? So technically, you can't put him in a conversation of GOAT. You can put him in the top conversation of the top 3, yes. Now, as far as genetics, I think that LeBron James is a freak of nature. I mean, 6'9", 256 pounds, you know, being able to move and do the things that he does out there on the court night after night after night. We just have not seen that. You know, we didn't see it in Bill Russell. We definitely didn't see it in Michael Jordan. We didn't see it in Kobe Bryant, you know, because, again, LeBron had that height over him, you know. But to be able to play at that level, at that size, at this age, me personally, I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan ever. But everybody that knows me knows that I'm driven by stats. And right now, the stats are just impeccable. There's nobody else in the league right now, not Durant, not Luka, not anyone right now that's even close to hitting that milestone. If it is, please keep me honest here. So that in itself shows you the fortitude and determination and dedication that he's given the game, he's given his team, and more importantly, he's giving fans as a whole across the world.
Mr. Think, what we got here in the comments, bro? What are the comments?
Yep, I was just about to hit that. I was just about, my phone's blown up. Man, that is dope. All right, shout out to everybody tapping in with us right now. We got Reese's Pieces in the house.
Yeah,
so what's up, guys?
What's going on?
Excited to watch.
Yo, shout out. That's actually my fiance, guys.
Oh, that's your fiance. Hey,
yeah, man. Shout out to her for tapping in.
Thanks.
Oh yeah,
tapping in. Mine's
my man Tyler once again.
Tyler tapping in. What up,
Tyler?
Hell yeah, 100%.
Tyler in the house. My boy Glenroy. Let me tell you something. Glenroy is one of my peeps from back in New York. I've known this cat since the 3rd grade. It's one of my guys right there.
Oh wow,
one of my guys.
Long time. There we go.
There we go. Glenroy, what up, man?
What's going on?
Good to have you in the building. This is my brother Elliot right here.
Elliot.
He's back in the building. He tapped in with us before. Hey, shout out to everybody who's showing us some love.
Absolutely.
Shout out to everybody.
What's going on, everybody out there in the chat? So, talking about LeBron breaking the scoring record, we got one more now that actually broke a scoring record here. And who are we talking about? This is in college basketball now. We got another one here. Caitlin Clark breaks the NCAA scoring record. And I believe it's for men and women, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Correct.
So what do we think about Caitlin Clark and you know, her eventually going on to the WNBA? What do you think it's going to mean as far as women's basketball as a whole?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Women basketball players, right, on an athletic standpoint, they're naturally better shooters overall than men. They just are. And so, but Caitlin Clark, man, I think what she has done and what she's still currently doing is absolutely phenomenal. She's definitely going to the WNBA, and I would not be surprised if she goes number 1. I would not be surprised at all. So much respect to her, man. Like that's phenomenal. She is absolutely a beast on that wood court, for real.
100%. 100%.
Oh, let me throw 2 more shout outs in there since your fiance tapped in. That's my wife right there. She said, "Hey y'all."
Yo,
Hey, what's
yo.
going on? What's going
And
on?
then a special shout out. That's my baby girl. That's my daughter Jada right there.
That's love. That's
Love
Hey,
love.
my
what's going
baby.
on? Thanks for tapping in, y'all.
Thank you. That's love.
Thank
That's
you
my
for
little
tapping
booger butt.
in.
My little booger butt. Okay, all right.
Hey,
So
the
we
real
got one
fat got something
comment.
going
We
on.
got, yeah, we got, I was going to bring that up. Good point. My sister's a better shooter than me.
It's all
Nice,
good.
nice.
Yeah. But what do you fellas think like about Caitlin Clark? What is y'all whole feelings on her, taking over that scoring record?
I think it's the relevance that not only women's college basketball needs, but the WNBA as a whole needs, right? Because I mean, there have been some very talented women that come through the doors of the WNBA. I mean, all the way from Cheryl Miller all the way on down,
Dawn,
Sure.
is it Dawn Staley?
Yeah, I mean, it's a laundry list, right? And we really haven't been talking about it. There really haven't been relevant instances to really get us stirred up and excited about the WNBA as a whole. But I think this now changes things, and Caitlin could really act as a catalyst to really bring more interest into it. Besides, girls or women, it could be men that are girl dads, that are really trying to push their daughters and really do a comparison. You know, it really puts more seats in the stands. I mean, at the end of the day, and I think that's what it's about. You strip away all the glitz, glamour, all the amazing highlights like this. What is it about at the end of the day? It's about money, right? And
Thanks.
the more relevant that you can make it, of course, the more of a cash cow it becomes. So I think it's a good look for the WNBA and college basketball as a whole.
I like that. I like that. Hmm. So what you think? Where your kicks? What you think, brother?
Uh, Personally, as far as WNBA is concerned, like I can't sit here and say that I watch it that often, but I will say this: I do tune in to the to college women's college basketball, especially during tournament time. But I think that we could definitely have a conversation at some point as far as what the WNBA needs to do for viewership purposes and bringing it in because I mean really that's what it comes down to, right? Viewership. Now, having a player like this come in there and be able to dominate, that would definitely put people in the seats. For
Yeah.
real, that would. Now,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of suggestions out there as far as what the WNBA could do to increase viewership. And again, that's a whole other conversation. But I think players of this magnitude that, you know what's interesting is thinking about it now, you remember how much of a rivalry Larry Bird and Magic Johnson had before they came to the NBA? And then
Mhm.
when they came to the NBA, it actually carried over because they ended up on two historic teams that, had this huge rivalry.
Yes.
Like something like that, like would cause people to come in. So if Caitlin Clark got put on one team and then was it Angela Reese
Hmm.
was put on a team, and then somehow that became some type of rivalry while they were there. I think something like that would definitely help to increase viewership because there's drama going on.
Yes.
There's a story to be told there because
Right.
it stems from their days in college and when they played each other for the championship. Those are the type of stories that get people excited.
And stories
You know what I
sell,
mean?
hands down.
Exactly.
Facts. Good or
Exactly.
even bad. It's always sales. It doesn't matter. It's good promotion.
100%. So, in talking about, stories good or bad, we got to now move on to sneakers because at this point here, there's a lot going on shoe wise that have some people not too happy about. And what I'm talking about here is we found out that we have a delay going on with the Jordan 4 military blues. They have now been pushed back, although it's just 1 week, they've been pushed back now to May 4th. Now, what's interesting is when they're originally supposed to release in May, then they got moved up to April. Now they're back in May again. And the other part of this is the fact that they're releasing in between pay weeks as well. So I know that's definitely going to have a little bit of effect on some people out there, because we know some people that they try to line things up based on when it is they get paid, and rightfully so. It's all right. But the other part of this too is the fact that during the live they announced that they're not even calling these military blues, they're calling them industrial blues.
Yes.
So what do we think about the pushback, and then what do we think about the change in name?
So I heard, and I don't know how much weight this holds, but I heard because of the times that we're going through right now, they didn't want to use the word military. Have anyone heard that?
No.
I heard that as a theory.
Yeah.
I don't see what the point is.
Me neither. Me neither.
Listen, there's always something going on in the world. Let's
Right.
not act like
100%.
There's always something going on. So the fact that they wouldn't want to call these that for a backhanded political reason, to me is stupid.
Right. I agree. Horrible name. 100%.
Because, and I'm gonna tell you this, because on the 5s here on the box itself, it says it's I think Army Olive or something like that.
No, you see,
color
right, right.
So right there, that right there, that right there nixes that out.
Right, 100%. Dumb name. I don't like it.
Everybody's so sensitive.
Yeah.
That's why they can't use Columbia either, because of who Columbia was in Greek mythology. Okay, somebody going to have to educate me on that part, because that
Yeah,
so I heard that they weren't using Columbia, but
Same.
I didn't know why, and I didn't even bother to look it up.
Same here.
I didn't know it was something deeply rooted in some type of controversy.
Right.
So who's got the story on that?
Now, I don't have the story on that, but with this military blue, because that's what I'm calling it,
Fact.
Nike's very smart. And here's why Nike is smart.
Okay.
They want to make sure that the hype stays there in demand, but they want to increase that hype, right? They want to increase that hype. So what Nike is doing is saying, we're gonna push it back just a week. We're gonna get these guys to salivate just a little bit more. You know what I mean? These little breadcrumbs. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing a good job with people like, oh man, I gotta wait. Oh man. So guess what people are doing? They changing up how they operate with their money now, because this is a double up, this is a triple up for some people, right? And this is a double up for me. But changing the name to me is absolutely trash. I think it's bunk. I am absolutely disappointed in Nike for this, and whoever made this corporate decision, you absolutely need to give me a call and let me assist you and hire me in doing a better job of promo, because absolutely I'm upset. But this is a beautiful, and I mean a beautiful sneaker.
On the heels of that, I'll put this out here for starters. So Nike is notorious for changing names of their sneakers, especially at the
that's true.
True that.
Right. So this should not stand out any more than it's been for the last 1,000 pairs that Nike's done this with. Right. At the end of the day, we're still going to call it military blues. They can call it industrial manufacturing. They can slap a sticker on it that says whatever. It's still going to be military blue at the end of the day for many, many people.
Real quick, not to cut you off, but the interesting part too is on the sizing label, it still lists military blue.
Are we really surprised? Right?
So
you're right.
Z Sneakerhead Z put that out there, that it's still going to say military blue on the box.
So in time, I'm pretty sure we will hear a backstory to why they made this change for this particular, because now there's so much attention on it. But systemically speaking, though, right? It's been theorized, maybe Nike wants to ensure that there aren't really any hiccups like they've had in the recent last several releases, specifically around the reimagined 4s, right? Because there were delays in a lot of the stores actually getting the sneakers, the Foot Lockers, the DTLRs, you name it, right? But then on top of that, there were also hiccups in delivery straight from Nike to a lot of customers out there. And it really rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, because when they wanted to get their hands on their sneakers, they couldn't right when they wanted to. So I think one of the things that they really want to do is just kind of make sure that they work out the bugs with the kinks so they can deliver more streamlined this time around. But that's not the bigger picture. The bigger picture of it is this. When you stop for a second and you go back and you look at the original release date for the military blues, what was right around the corner from that?
I'm not sure. What was it?
Travis Scott's.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we about to get to that in here in a second. I thought you meant originally when they released.
right. No.
Okay.
The original anticipated date for Military Blue, and then of course, Travis Scott's own solitary shoe at this point. It was a very small space in between. And so Nike kind of looked at it like, well, wait a minute. We're missing out on a lot of opportunity here, because now what you're going to do is you're going to pit the consumer against one another. Because then they're going to say, what do I really, really, really want right now to spend my money on? Do I want the Military Blue versus the Travis Scott? And that divisiveness right there would have cost Nike millions. Because now you're forcing people to pick and choose. But now with the new dates of them now pushing both out, you're providing a larger gap in between those two releases, and you're pretty much maximizing Nike's bottom line profit.
Well, hold on one quick second. When do you think those Travis Scotts are releasing?
They're releasing in April.
Just like the Military Blue 4s are now. Oh wait, no.
No.
Wait, no. I got it confused. My bad. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
But because they said that they delayed the release of those as well.
Right.
Which it was supposed to be the 5th of this month, and now they got pushed all the way back to April. Yeah. Real quick, Mr. Think, let's check out some of these comments. I got a couple starred there. You want to run through those for me?
Yeah, let's get into it.
What we got? So first up, I think we got from Tyler here.
Oops.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you saw good.
I think it has to do with the darker color, and people weren't accustomed to the original 1989 OG color of these.
I agree with Tyler 100%.
He's in the ballpark.
I agree with him 100%. People do not absolutely know the actual shade of that Military Blue from '89. Tyler, I agree with you 1,000%, bro.
I do agree with that. And to piggyback off of what Perp said, we kind of had Nike's notorious for changing names. Remember when the 11s came out, and we were like, oh, we got DMPs, and they were like, yeah, gratitudes.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
So no, 100%.
And then on top of that, then we found out that they are reimagined DMPs. But they
Right.
Absolutely.
What we got next? Go ahead.
Next
you can read it off, bro.
All right, Column. That's the Columbia was a controversial figure, and people were complaining that was going back to that Columbia Greek mythology deal.
So I gotta look that up. What that is with the Greek mythology?
I did a quick Google, and it said that she was portrayed as a goddess draped in neoclassical gown and holding a sword and olive branch in a laurel wreath as metaphors for justice, peace, and victory. And there's kind of a picture here. I can.
Maybe that makes sense because
I did a quick little search here.
Because Nike is the Greek word for victory.
Yes.
So maybe that's why.
The real fact. Thanks for schooling us on that, because I'm a bit of a historian myself, but I didn't know that one. So
me neither.
Cool.
That's dope.
All right. What else we got?
Showing that age, that wisdom.
Just research in the internet.
No, hey, I love it.
Hey,
nothing wrong with that,
bro.
I love it.
Nothing wrong with
it. What we got? What you got here? And you have Columbia Pictures, Columbia University, Columbia Records to deal with. So, interesting. But haven't they used Columbia Blue for other sneakers? Like, haven't they used that wording for other shoes before?
I can't recall that. I know. Obviously, with Nike, they used it a couple times, but I can't recall with other sneaker brands. I can't recall.
All right, we already covered this one. It is on the sneaker box, the sticker. Yep, we covered that.
What else we got?
All right.
Your man said exactly. I don't care if you call it blue cheese, blue.
You can call it blues.
It's still gonna
blue red.
We want it.
blue chews.
Fact.
We want it.
That is absolute fact.
All right, one more.
And by the way,
Oh,
This
go
is
ahead.
the sneaker of the year.
Oh,
already? Already?
Too early, bro.
Already?
Too early. Too early. I'm telling you now, Nike going listen. I'm not even gonna say Nike. I'm gonna say a shoe brand is gonna come out with something that could throw us for a loop. Okay.
They always do.
And I'm not saying Nike. I'm saying a shoe brand.
So
Okay, that
listen,
could be Asics. That could be Saucony. That could be New Balance for all we know. A shoe brand.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but Purple Haze will tell you every time I say something is the sneaker of the year, have my mind ever changed?
No, it hasn't, unfortunately.
I'm gonna say, listen,
I'm gonna do it again.
It can be for you. It can be for you, right? But we gonna hold off on that. We gonna hold off on that. Now, speaking of sneakers, right, that we were talking about got delayed. Got another one here, obviously. We already referenced to this. We're talking about the Jumpman Jacks here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They delayed these two now. Now, based on the countdown here, they're releasing. Okay, let's see here. They're releasing April 26th. Based on this countdown we got up here in the corner, it may be hard for you guys to see it. Now, you're talking about a week difference between it and the Military Blues.
So here,
to me,
check
I
this
think
out,
they
right?
should spread these out. They should spread these out.
I'm
And on
gonna be
top of
honest
that, real quick, and on top of that, I feel like they should not limit these the way they do the Jordan 1 lows, but we'll talk about that there in a second.
So this year, 2024, there is so much heat coming out. I don't know how you can truly, really spread anything out. Let's be honest. In my opinion, right, this is the best I've seen for sneaker releases in the past 15 years. This year, I mean, it's absolutely sneaker mayhem, and I love it. So I don't know how we can absolutely spread out all the heat that's coming out with 2024 and things that we don't even know fully what's all coming out. So what I mean, how do you guys feel about that? I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Bro, with the amount of not only the amount of shoes that are coming out, the price tags on some of these sneakers on top of it.
Facts. I like that.
Listen, come Christmas time, hard decisions are gonna have to be made. I'm about to be listen. I'm gonna send you a box with an IOU.
Appreciate that, Tyler. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, yeah, tell me what y'all think, man. Like, for real, what y'all really think?
It leads to the question: what is Nike really, truly hoping to accomplish this year, right? As far as sneaker sales go, as far as releases go, as far as marketing goes. Period. You know, those three, you know, are the three-headed beasts right there when it comes to any organization. So, what are they really hoping to accomplish? I mean, they have stuffed sneakers down our throats now very consistently. I mean, for the last 3 or 4 years alone. I mean, it seemed like we saw a gross uptick during the pandemic, and, you know, they have not slowed down. Now, of course, we do know what's on the horizon, you know, from 2025 on out. They're going to start to, you know, diminish and slow things down a bit. But I mean, much to your point, Jay, this is the golden era of really being able to go out and get what you want as a buyer, as a consumer, right?
Buyer's market.
A true lover, you know, of all things sneakers. This is your time to do it, because this is, I mean, nothing in life is forever, including this, right? This phase shall pass, and then we will go into another phase, right? You know, depending on, you know, what Nike's overarching scheme is. But for now, man, it's like where your kicks just said, man, this holiday season, man, some hard decisions will absolutely need to be made.
Yes.
People are going to be pissed off.
That is true. So, since my wife is on the stream, babe, there's something called the Jordan 4 Pine Greens, right? The SB4s. You just Google it. Just Google it. Thank you. I love you.
Listen, he's been plugging them things every week.
Yes.
Every week he's been
Yes.
plugging them things. Hey,
Yes.
listen, you speak it into existence. How about
There
that?
we go. Affirmation.
Speak it into existence. All right.
It shall happen. It shall happen.
Oh yeah.
I got my
Now-
guy in the building, Average.
Here we
You know what? I was actually checking him out earlier before we started. It's my guy right there, Average. What's good with you?
What's going on with you, bro? What else we got in the comment section before we move on to our next topic? And this next one, guys.
Uh-oh.
I don't have no graphics to share on this, but I just
Yeah,
want to
that's-
know what the thoughts and opinions are before. What we got in the comment section, though, Mr. Think?
Yeah, there's a lot dropping in 2024. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
It's
Yes.
crucial in late 2024. Listen, the amount of sneakers they're trying to pack once October gets here is ridiculous. From
Crazy.
October to December, it's almost like we're probably getting like 2 a week.
Gangbusters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like, and the thing is, this is what we know about. This is still what we know about. Because matter of fact, so we had the sneakers live on there, right? And they showcased shoes that are going to be dropping this summer. The very next day, Z Sneakerhead drops a graphic saying that now we're also getting another Jordan 11 low, and this time it's a white and blue. I forget what the actual colorway is, but they say this one's dropping now as well. And they didn't say, we haven't seen nothing about it up until Z Sneakerhead put it out there. So that's why I keep thinking there's going to be other stuff that gets put out that we know nothing of.
About. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Anything else here in the comments before I go to the next topic?
Yep. Let me catch up on 2 more.
There we
The
go,
wife
there
said
we go.
that she's aware of my SB4s. So,
Oh.
okay.
My man
I'm
must
happy
be,
for that.
listen, he must be saying it in his sleep. SB4s.
Right. Sitting there. SB4s.
SB4s.
SB4s. All right. Here goes a question.
All right, here we go.
Before we skip on, it says, what do you guys think about the oxidized green force? I like that name. I really like the shoe, and I heard a lot of people didn't like it. Are you referring to the swamp water force? Is that what they're
No. So there's
no.
an
Oxidized.
Let me go
Which ones?
ahead
Which
and,
ones they talking about?
The
I know which
Jordan,
ones you're talking about,
the Jordan 4 oxidized.
Oxidized.
green.
Okay. They talking about the actual oxidized. I got you.
Yeah, the oxidized green.
I thought they was cracking on my my olives.
No, they're not coming after you, bro.
No,
They're not
So,
coming after you.
the real fact, check this out, bro. And I mean, everybody tell you, man, since a little boy, fours have always been my favorite. But all sneaker brands have burnt me out on the color green. And although I'm a true four fan, I have to say I gotta walk past this sneaker, bro. I have to, in my opinion. It's clean, it's nice, but I'm just tired of green. I'm really tired of green, except for the Air Jordan 9 olives that's coming out. But outside of that, I don't want no greens.
That's fair. The
Yeah.
olives are dope. The olives are dope.
Yeah.
It's giving
Okay.
me like seafoam
So,
vibes.
so
I
here
don't
we
know
go right
why.
here. Here the oxidized.
Sea foam,
greens.
yeah, I can see that. It's a little bit darker. Yeah.
You see that?
It's
There's like a
clean.
soft back tab on here too. I wasn't expecting that.
I see it.
It's been a while since we gotten a leather
Right.
back tab like that.
I see it.
That's much like your the fours that you always talk about, Jay.
Yeah. Yep. I see it. And Tyler's absolutely right. They're supposed to be dropping another pine green 4s, and I've been calling those the 2.0s.
Yes.
We've
the
seen it.
special
We've seen it.
projects, the Jordan.
The special projects.
Yeah, we talked
Yep.
about those last week. I don't got to bring those up
Mhm.
again. We talked about those last week, and now what's interesting is that image is actually from I think last year, but they were talking about it for this year. So we'll see what happens with that. But you know, in talking about all these sneakers here, guys, I gotta have your guy. Oh, here we go. I got to get your guys' opinion on something because a lot of the shoes out here have been going on sale. Just this week, they had Nike put out the Celebrate code, and a lot of the retros have been going on sale. I mean, we've been seeing it now since last year. Since that's been happening, Now, I know how a lot of us are going to feel about this, but I just want to have an actual conversation about it because there is a segment of the sneaker community that loves to put out there how great UAs are. And on top of that, the cost of UAs versus what the retros are coming directly from Nike. But with the fact that a lot of these shoes now have been going on sale, do they still have a leg to stand on in some of their argument?
I'm gonna be honest with you, and do what you want to do with your money. It's your life. It's your hard earnings. But I look at it like this, man. Everybody walks around and say, "I'm real. I'm real. I'm real," but you purchasing fakes. When you're talking about individuals who absolutely work hard to absolutely get authentic sneakers, whether it's a purse for ladies, whatever the case may be, right? When you think about people who say, "Hey, listen, I'm real," I'm just saying, listen, man, the word fake it till you make it, it don't work out. Just like when everybody out there, when Hellcats were popular and people walking around with Scat Pats, and then they go ahead and they put the little emblem on the side and they say, "Hey, lift up the hood of your car," or you don't have the green right there that's on the engine side, so we know it's a fake. So what I'm saying is like this, man, do what you want, but I cannot purchase a fake sneaker. I work too hard to get something that's real, and again, it's stolen goods. It's stolen goods. So that's how I feel. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with everybody. 100. If I can't afford it, guess what? Then I ain't gonna get it.
Preach.
Well, speaking of can't afford it, right? That has always been, but see, that's always been the argument from the resellers. Oh, if you can't afford it, just don't go get it. But what they never actually put in the context is if you can't afford it for resale. We're not talking about the retail prices. It's the resale prices. Mm-hmm. Because some of these sneakers out here are, not for nothing, they are astronomically high. For example, Mr. Think Impossible's Pine Green SB4s. From the time they released up until now, they damn near $800 shoe.
Right. Babe, they're not getting any cheaper.
Listen, I think they gain interest by the day. Okay? By the day. Right? Now, with that being said, when you think of it from that aspect, again, a lot of these sneakers that have been dropping now have been, again, on sale. Do we see that mitigating that side, or is really they're only going to go after it if they miss on the hype stuff?
So there's so much to unpack in that question. A lot of it is really going to be predicated on what Nike does moving forward, right? What they do moving from 2024 to 25, 26, 27, right? The number of pairs that they're putting out, the marketing engines behind it, they're going to be less pairs. Let's just be honest, right? We're not going to see the 450, 500. I think for the gratitudes and along with the other 5 million names they gave it was over 1 million pairs, right?
Mm-hmm,
and so we're starting to move into a phase now, a trajectory to where we're moving away from 1 million pairs, 450, 500,000 pairs. There are going to be fewer drops, and there are going to be fewer pairs associated with those drops in the future. So right now, it may not look good for the people that are selling reps. It may not look good for even resellers right now. But that's not to say in another 1.5 to 2 years, everything moves in peaks and valleys. I say it all the time, right?
Right.
I said it on the very first live together. I'll continue to say it. We are now moving, from a peak down into a valley, and it's going to come back up and peak. Just give it a little bit of time. It's going to move with the markets. So just stay tuned, see what happens, and we'll go from there. Watch, rinse, repeat. Again, We are in a sweet spot right now.
Yes.
That's not to say that we're going to be in that same sweet spot a year from now, which we probably won't.
Correct.
Right.
Agreed.
I'm gonna get on board with both of you guys. And just like what Jay nailed it. Look, your money, buy what you want, rock what you like, all that good stuff. Me personally, I don't get down with reps and UAs. That's just my style. I don't touch them. You know, that might be a little surprising because I tend to get some hate comments. Lewis, you got one the other day where somebody was calling. No. Actually, nope. That wasn't you. It was my guy Sneaker Head Game. Somebody was calling a pair of his kicks. Was it you? Somebody was calling a pair of kicks reps.
When I was trying to do the first,
was it the giveaway?
The giveaway. I had
the giveaway. That's what it was.
I
and I was
some
like,
troll hop in there,
exactly.
trying to call my shoes fake and reps.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
At first,
like,
I thought he was just messing around, but then he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop chatting in there. I had to cut him out. I'm like, man, I don't need this energy.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And I've had people comment. It is not a lot, but I've had comments. You know, like, those are pretty nice for fakes, and I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean?
You got haters. Congratulations, fellas.
Hey, exactly. I was like, yeah, whatever. But nah, I'm actually the same exact way, and I wanted to pull this up. Real quick. It says, I thought that the importance was that you can get the shoes retail, so you buy a UA. But now that you can get the shoes retail, what's the point, right? So that was going off of the whole rep
100%.
situation, like 100%. To each his own. No hate. There's absolutely no hate going on. But I think us being shoe tubers, we know there's channels out there that's getting reps for content. Let's just let's call a spade, right?
So let's talk about that for 1 second, not to derail the trajectory we're on right now. So, what about those YouTubers that are out there and they're doing real versus fake, right?
Right.
Well, what happens to the fakes when they're done?
Right.
Has anyone really stopped to think about that? I think about that all the time. I just think maybe I'm just thinking outside the box here, but I mean, those they end up somewhere. Where do they go?
Right.
One
So-
on the nose.
One quick second. I'm sorry.
Go.
they ended up in the thrift store or something.
So Purple and I talked about this, right? And I definitely respect those who say, hey, let me help you out. The difference between real versus fakes, UAs, whatever you want to call it. I respect that. But at the end of the day, the reason why I have not done like a fake versus a real sneaker review is because if I purchase that fake, I am helping out the fake community. We not doing that. No. We not doing that. So I think it's respectable. I get it. But I cannot give my money to a fake. I just can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Where your kicks? What you think about that? That slight comment I just made. What you think about that?
Well, really, to talk about this whole situation, remember the whole reason why Nike decided to up the stock numbers was to actually bring down resale. That was the whole reason why they upped the numbers like that. Now, the thing is I think they did a overcorrection to try to do that to the market. I think that they could still produce. For example, you were talking. Now I'm trying to think of the shoe that released. Okay, the Jordan 1 Black Whites. There we go. 420 some thousand pairs just on Nike alone, right? Yeah. Let alone all the other retailers out there that have the shoe for sale as well. I think in a case like that, they could have put that stock number at maybe 300,000, maybe down to even 250,000, and it wouldn't have sold out, but they obviously wouldn't have had that many more units that they got to move off of and eventually put on sale to try to move them. I mean, look at the sneakers that just went on sale that they had this past week. They had the Jordan 12, the court purples. They had the Jordan 3 crafts. Now, to me, that shoe is only going on sale because of when you released it. You released it in between some other sneakers that took precedence for people. You also had on there. What else did they put on there? Trying to think of some couple of the silhouettes they put. They had a few on there though that they were putting on sale.
And the Ivory
And
3.
Yes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the crafts. The Ivory threes are the craft threes. You know, all those were going on sale. And then on top of it, they threw in a couple restocks too because they restocked the red cements, and they restocked another shoe too. I can't remember what it was.
Palomino.
There we go, the Palominos. Yes, you know, and now those sneakers they flew. Go ahead.
Did they restock the Because I even missed that too. Because you know I've been working. Did they restock the Jordan 2 Chicago?
Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
Did that too?
Jordan 2 Chicago's restocked as well. Now, interestingly enough, I'm surprised at how well the Chicago 2s move just because, you know, people like to poo-poo the 2s. But regardless of that, I think that, again, Nike did an overcorrection, and now they're going to dial it back somewhat. To me, like, this whole thing about trying to limit a sneaker is trying to create fake hype, because if you're right now we're in a time where if you're a true sneakerhead, you're going to get the shoe.
Yes.
You're not worried about how many other people got it, don't got it, all this kind of stuff. You just want it for yourself because you actually like it. Now, when you add the fact that you're limiting the sneaker, now what you got is people jumping in there trying to get the shoe just to say that I have it and you don't. And we see a lot of those people that like to cop a shoe and go, oh, yeah, this was easy work to get. Mind you, you done put in for 5 raffles and took L's on all of them.
Right.
And they're walking around like they're king. You know what I mean? So I think there's a sweet spot for it. And Nike's got to remember there's other brands out here as well that aren't limiting their shoes, and the shoes are still selling. Maybe not rapid sellouts, but they are moving units nonetheless. And what that actually does is that keeps your brand still looked at in a good light, regardless of you being the juggernaut right now or not.
That's true. That's a good point. I like that. Absolutely like that. Absolutely like that. Yes, listen, the Ivory 3s is such a comfortable, beautiful quality sneaker, man. I love my pair. I mean, they fire. James, what's up, brother? What's going on?
What's going on? Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat right now rocking with us, guys. Really appreciate that.
Much respect.
For sure.
Word up. Yeah, James, I jumped on you guys' joint real quick. Pause, because I don't like the way that came out. So we're going to do that over. I had joined your podcast before we started this one. We're going to.
Oh, my Lord.
We're going to do over.
Oh, my Lord.
One more comment, and I'll let you get back to it.
There we go. Go ahead, read it off.
All right. Or when you see the same kid in 20 different comment sections telling everybody, I got 12 pair of black cements 4s, nobody wants to hear that. Even the people that got pairs don't want to hear that.
Yeah, 100%, 100% facts. And the amount of people that posted all the pairs that they were able to actually get from the reimagined 4s. Now, granted, if you put in the footwork, yeah, you were going to be able to come away with pairs, because a lot of people did post that they actually went out and went around to all these different stores to cop pairs, right? But we all know for some people, the game, they can rig it in their favor.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot, right? Absolutely. So there are people like probably in East Bumble Nowhere, Wisconsin, who have no finish lines, no foot lockers, no nothing around them, and all they got to rely on is the internet, you know. And so in that type of case, like, what are you going to do then?
Yeah, true.
The real fact said he's in Pittsburgh, and that's what a lot of people did here. They went from store to store tipping managers.
Yeah.
Oh,
bro, that listen, the real fact, you are absolutely 100% right, man. That's how backdooring occurs when when people want that hyped up sneaker. People absolutely will do whatever they need to do to get that sneaker. And what you're saying is absolute facts, man. I mean, It happens all the time. But again, we already know it's part of the sneaker game. It's part of being a sneakerhead and being a part of the sneaker community. Unfortunately, we have dishonest people, but hey, it is what it is. But I will say this, man. When you went on a raffle, whether you camping out, when you get that particular sneaker that absolutely just shines and make you happy, man, it's like one of the best feelings in the world. And I just want to know, fellas, like, what y'all think about that comment I just said, man? Like, it's like one of the best feelings in the world when you cop something that you really, really want, whether it's limited or not limited. You know what I mean?
All right, let me take this first real quick, because now technically it's a win for me, but my fiance actually hit on the Travis Scott olives in my size on the sneakers app. Okay. And when I saw that she got the Got 'em screen on it, I was jumping around this damn house. Okay. For real. I was super excited to get a shoe finally at retail. You know what I mean? To get that shoe at retail, it may not even be my favorite Travis Scott. That's not the point. It's to be able to get one at retail.
Yes.
That was definitely exciting.
Retail, yes, absolutely.
It's funny. Speaking of retail, I made a promise to myself. I was telling Jay about this a few weeks ago. I said, my vow to myself is I will not pay 1 penny above retail this year for any sneaker. And when I tell you that, it's probably easier to go to rehab than to a statement that way. So, but hey, wish me luck.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, so far I'm off to a really good start, but hey, it's still early. So
it is. I want to get this comment off, and I want to speak on this as well. All right. The Real Fact said he's the kind of person that if somebody says they weren't able to get a pair, I might even tell them I wasn't able to get a pair, even if I did, just to make them feel better. Now, I will absolutely not do that. And that's not. But watch this. No. Watch this. That's not because of bragging rights, right? It's not because of bragging rights. It's because, like, no lie, like, even the way that we handle each other on this panel, we help each other out. Am I lying? You see what I'm saying? So if I was able to cop, and if I have some information, and I mean, if I'm able to grab another size, in your pair, another pair in your size, trust me, I will actually do it. We will do it for you, because we do it for each other. We do it for each other. So yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean, if I was able to cop, I'm gonna tell you, look, this is what I did. I'm gonna share as much information with you as possible. Try to help you out. There's no doubt about it. If I know somebody's selling a pair, I will let you know. For sure.
Hey, where basically Mr. Thing said, do better.
Oh.
He said, do better.
Nah, but look, you're a good guy for making them feel better. I mean, no doubt. There's no doubt about it.
Yo, listen, to say that, I didn't get him either, bro. Even though you're like,
right, and then you'll be like, "Oh, what's that right there?" I'm like,
well, you know what happened?
It's a picture.
Funny story, right? Let me tell you what happened, right?
It's a 3D print. It's a 3D print.
3D print.
Hey, Josiah, what's up, bro?
Yeah, Josiah. Man, we got my man Josiah Keys tapping in. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, I gotta let everybody know, man. Please subscribe to my brother's channel, man. I'm talking about his silent comedy is absolutely on point and fire, man. This dude got me cracking up every single day, baby. Let's go.
That is what's up.
See, look, my man Josiah Keith. Now listen, we're not gonna get into a conversation about how we should handle YouTube or whatever, but Josiah Keys did give us a good comment here about chopping these up for the shorts. We ain't gotta get into a deep dive on that, but putting those out there, I really feel like that'll definitely spread the word about what we got going on over here.
That's a great look though, for real. That's a great look.
It's all about community, helping push one another to to their best version of themselves. So we definitely appreciate it. We definitely love it. Everybody tapping in tonight, the engagement.
Hell yeah.
Man, we appreciate you all so much.
Yeah. Oh, he said he got stuff coming out tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, we got to tap in for sure.
So speaking of community, now we've been talking a lot about the NBA and WNBA and all that, but you know, the basketball players themselves, if you made it into the NBA, you're part of that community, right? Well, let me tell you something here. My man Shaq done hit up Devin Booker and said, if you're not happy with your shoes, come on over to Reebok. He replied with, don't nobody want to wear no Shaqs, but the AIs are okay.
Ooh, okay.
But, you know, in thinking about Reebok, we talked about this before. Reebok used to be the wave, right? They used to be the wave, guys.
Yo,
Oh, disrespectful.
yo, disrespect at the all-time high. I love it. I love the disrespect. Oh God.
Oh, wait. We have not gotten the disrespect yet, because there's some disrespect that happened down the line that we're gonna get to. But
Oh my God.
with what we got going on right here, you know, really this is a talk about Reebok, because as we know, right now we got President and Vice President Shaq and AI for Reebok of basketball, and they got Angela Reese to sign over to Reebok, right? And you know, they put this pitch out here to Devin Booker because there's a lot of hit or miss as far as this. I've heard good things as far as the shoe is to wear casually, but maybe it's not the best on court.
Okay.
And I've heard that, you know, Devin Booker may not even be completely happy with it, but he's been really pushing the shoe. As far as Reebok is concerned, because we were just talking about Reebok with the whole office linebacker with Terry Tate, those commercials, right? Back in during the Super Bowl. I think it's been like 21 years now or something like that they had those commercials.
Yep.
What do you think Reebok really needs to do to actually bring themselves back into the fold?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, as great as a NBA player Shaq and AI were back then, they're not it. Shaq and AI don't know what they're doing. Reebok, hire me. And so let's talk about this.
Yeah, I want to know why you think they don't know what they're doing.
Here's the reason why, right?
Okay.
So Nike is absolutely on a whole nother planet right now, opposed to Reebok, and you're gonna absolutely go publicly and say something like this to Devin Booker, who signed to Nike, and Reebok does not have the face of their organization. That's for one. For two, Reebok needs to go out and find a celebrity, right? For example, and they also need better engineers in terms of technology when it comes to a sneaker. Come out with a brand new sneaker, because let's be honest, basketball and overall athletics wear is absolutely the whole new thing for 2024 with all sneaker brands. So I'll give you an example, right? So Nike just signed who? Megan Thee Stallion, right? So she has her own fitness line for women, okay? So Nike is absolutely snatching up these celebrities, right? And it gives them absolutely great promotion. Reebok is on the other end going on the backside and say, hey, you don't like your shoe? Come talk to me. And absolutely why? Reebok does not have a face of the company. They have nobody. They have no new silhouettes that have dropped. If you guys remember Cardi B, when she had her Reebok sneaker that dropped, it absolutely sold out. So Reebok needs to do a true rebranding. I mean, they can absolutely go to tennis, baseball, whatever the case may be, right? And they need to have someone who's absolutely the true face of Reebok, because I'm telling you right now, Shaq is not the face. AI is not the face, okay? We've seen these renditions over and over and over again, the same colorways, and we do not see something unique. What's going on? So again, Reebok has very nice workout apparel. I stand by that, because I just bought a shirt from Reebok and it's dope. But again, Reebok is not close to the same level as Nike. Step to the side, rebrand yourself, get you some celebrities, and to assist you in absolutely pumping out a new style silhouette. I am your boy, Jay Elevate.
Yeah, we got two guys on here constantly politicking. We got one wanting to be a designer, another one for the SB Pine Green Force. I love it, man.
Hey, hire that man. Nike, hire that man.
I love rocking out with you guys, man. Damn, this is.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Man, what we got? What we got, Purple Haze?
I gotta agree with Jay to a certain extent. I mean, it really is about marketing.
Okay.
I mean, you have two completely different companies with two completely different marketing schemas, right? You had Nike that took a huge gamble on Jordan, right? You know, and Jordan was not their first choice in the beginning, and I think we all know that now.
Based on a
And
movie,
they,
yeah.
right, they were able to build a very successful marketing plan around him, push him, and of course, you know, the rest was on him at the end of the day. But it just happened to be timing and opportunity, right? And it worked out well for Nike. But then, you know, you have Reebok, you know, that was, and I really don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but Adidas at the same time, you know, they were doing their thing with Magic Johnson at the time, right? You know, although he had a bit more notoriety than Jordan, obviously, you know, but they were still able to build something successful off of that. And then you have Reebok. Let's take AI for example, right? When AI first came over to Reebok, AI, you know, he had some serious reservations about signing the Reebok in the first place. And he based them off of the fact that there was nobody else signed a Reebok at the time that looked like him. There was nobody that hooped, that looked like him, that grew up in the neighborhoods that he grew up in. There was nobody like that. And that was really off-putting for him. And so it took a lot of convincing on the Reebok side to take a chance with him. And well, the rest is history, right? Nike and Jordan brand, they didn't have that problem. They had everybody, right? So it was all pre-baked out thanks to Jordan, and the rest of it was a downhill, journey for him. Reebok, on the other hand, they have been struggling to really find their identity. They have been struggling to really be able to adapt with the markets and with the needs of the consumer itself. I feel like they've lost touch with the consumers out there, to be honest with you. Look at Jordan Brand, right? It's a basketball sneaker, right? It was originally designed for play on the court. But nowadays, over 80%, I'm sorry, specifically over 83% of the Jordans that are sold out there today never touch a basketball court, right?
That's true.
Because Nike was able to adapt and really, really supply the consumer, listen to the consumer's wants and needs, and supply that. Reebok just hasn't had that. They haven't been able to find their footing with that yet. And that's been a really massive systemic issue with them over there. I don't know will they ever get it, to a point where they're able to be as competitive? I just don't know. Only time will tell. But for right now, they're just not it.
That is, you mentioned a good point. And to piggyback off of that, take a look at what Keys had mentioned. He said he just did a project on this. When you think of Nike, you think of beyond the shoe. They honor athletes and athletics, while Reebok is only about shoes. Nike is great at storytelling, 100%.
Stories sell.
It sells.
So
lost and found.
Okay. So now let me ask you this though, because you mentioned Adidas. Adidas owned Reebok for over a decade. And I think it was maybe 2 years ago that Reebok was purchased by a whole other company now. But do you think Adidas is as much as fault for Reebok falling off as Reebok themselves?
Very good question. And I want to let Jay get to it and Mr. Think, but from my perspective, not as much as you would think, because at the end of the day, they still let them operate independently. They had their own board of directors. They had their own marketing group around them that acted independently of Adidas. So a lot of that blame really goes just as much on Reebok as it would be Adidas. Adidas just said, hey, we'll bring you in under our umbrella. You're our subsidiary. We'll let you make money the way that you see fit. Go play in traffic. Is basically what they told him, and that's exactly what they did.
But real quick before I let the rest of you guys take it though, but do you see it as a detriment if Reebok was able to get off better than Adidas was?
No, it only would have been an asset, because at the end of the day, guess what? The money's still rolling up to the parent.
That's true. Okay. Mr. Think, what you got, bro?
My bad. I'm stuffing my face with these cookies.
Oh, here we go again with these.
Oh, with the cookies again.
He's still eating them damn Girl Scout
Right.
cookies, bro.
So last week,
My bad. Repeat the question.
You know what?
My mic is
Go
muted.
ahead,
I was
Jay.
getting
Go ahead, Jay.
No,
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm here.
Nah,
I'm here for it.
my man's eating right. He's lunching right now. It's all right.
I had a long week. My bad.
It's all right. It's all right. We understand, bro.
Jay, you got it. Go ahead.
Jay, go ahead, bro.
So here's the thing, right? What might have happened? Adidas said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna bat Reebok." What Adidas probably did wrong, because this is an assumption, they put Reebok on the shelf and said, we don't want the competition. We just gonna let them get a little bit over here. You know, just like my boy E40, sprinkle me, baby. Go ahead, baby. Okay, but anyway, all right, I had a moment.
That's
and
a
they
good
just
song.
put them on the shelf, right? But I
Okay.
think what Adidas did wrong was they have to understand that competition is good. Competition is what makes you better. Competition makes you want to strive for the next level. And that's what I think what happened with Reebok. They were put to the side and say, "Hey, you know what? Put them on the shelf. Hey, let's go. We're going for Nike." And now that Reebok is not under Adidas, this is a time for them to absolutely rebrand themselves and absolutely try to gain a fan base again, a real audience who wants to purchase their items, just not going to the Reebok store to buy a shirt, all right, or some sweatpants. Let's be honest. Reeboks are comfortable. The classes are comfortable. But again, people are looking for something unique, something different. And we are also looking, as consumers, higher quality materials due to the high retail pricing of everything. Okay. So that's what I have to say. I feel like Adidas put them on the back burner.
You make a very good point, and I can actually see that point being put on the back burner. That was almost like how Craig Mack got played because Biggie was coming out.
Oh, Lord.
I'm kicking new. Okay, let me stop. I don't want us to get.
Real quick, before we move on to the next thing, what we got in the comments, Mr. Thing? Comment section is blowing up, and thank you all for tapping in, watching the live third week in a row. We are having a fun time doing this, and love the fact that you guys keep coming back.
Yeah.
Keep tapping
What
in.
we got, bro? What we got?
Just to kind of go back a little bit, I highlighted a few and then I took them off.
All right, go ahead.
Sub up to Josiah Keys, man. Go ahead and sub up to him. Your wife, your fiance said that she's tapping into him. She's watching his weekly shows when she can. She got him on replay. A few people done subbed up. Sub up to Josiah Keys. Sub up to us. You know, we appreciate everything that you do. Like literally every like, comment, subscribe, every share, every just tapping in, whether it's coming through live. Look, we appreciate all of it. We appreciate all of it.
Yeah.
We're totally grateful. So let me tap back a little bit.
But in the process, in the meanwhile, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to everybody you see up here and everybody in the chat. Again, it's a community. We love pushing each other, driving each other, supporting each other. More importantly, let's go.
For sure.
Oh, wait, real quick. So when that YouTube channel coming?
Ooh! Turbo blast! Turbo blast!
When's it coming, bro?
Say, I'm the rookie on the All-Star team right now. You know, I'm just trying to soak up the knowledge of all the ones that came before me.
Hey, we got your back.
Listen.
We got your back.
Man, listen. You know what? Hold on a second here, real quick. Do y'all see what he's got behind him? You see that background of purple haze right there? Don't let this man fool you. Okay?
Oh man!
Don't let this man fool you. The man is knowledgeable in the shoe game. All right. He's been
I'm going to piggyback off of that. And Perp, you my guy. So I'm saying this out of love.
Hey, respect.
The background that you see, that's only one section of a wall, bro.
Yeah.
I'll say.
I may do.
Look at Jay's face.
I may do another wall next week, but I'll change it up, But man, all the heat you have just on this thumbnail right here, you got to screenshot that and throw it up on your page, man. I'm telling you, people are just gonna go nuts.
Oh.
Well, they're not gonna do that, but they'll go nuts.
What we got here?
All right, another comment.
Armstrong's got.
Go ahead, brother. Okay.
All right, Dwayne The Rock Johnson will be a good spokesperson, especially with spring football becoming more popular. So The Rock is actually signed with Under Armour,
Yep.
which
He's
it's actually good that he brought him up because Under Armour did have a wave for a long time once Rock joined.
Yep.
They did have a major wave. Now they haven't done as much advertising as they've done in the past, and I can remember the click clack. Was it Under Armour that had the click clack?
No, that was Reebok, wasn't it?
No. I think that was Protect This House.
Yeah.
There was a whole Protect This House
okay.
slogan and the click clack. Listen, there was a time where Under Armour football, and we said this before, had taken over the game. And then Nike slowly did things to reel it on back over to their side.
Yeah, they even did a campaign with Texas Longhorns, because of Dwayne The Rock.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
What else we got in here? I love Shaq, though he's an awesome guy. Shaq's a funny dude.
He gets back.
He's a savvy business person, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He is.
What else we got here? He hated Reebok. AI hated Reebok, or are we talking about Devin Booker? Real fact one, what we talking about there? What else we got here? A couple more comments here before we move on to the next subjects. Since D Brown put himself in a fake headlock with the... Wait, what's that about?
Talking about the dunk. Look.
Oh, yes. Listen, the dunk contest. We're not even...
We don't want to go down that rabbit hole, man.
Man.
Hey, Keys, did I get you or did I miss one?
No. Yeah, you read his comment.
Okay,
yep.
Okay. All right. So, speaking of Reebok, and we were talking about AI. Now, for those of you out there who didn't know, maybe you did know, yeah, he did have a choice between Nike and Reebok, and he ended up choosing Reebok. But had he chosen Nike, guys, this is what his sneaker was supposedly going to look like. Real quick here. Now, listen, I don't know. They say it's supposed to be a combination between a Jordan 11 and a Zoom Flight 95.
Nah, that ain't.
To me, as far as sneakers go, the questions go down as one of the top silhouettes of all time, in my opinion. Okay, these here are an abomination. All right, and I'm glad he did not sign with Nike to take on these shoes because I don't know who designed these, but I'm sure they're not working with Nike anymore.
I think the only problem.
But had he gone, how different would the landscape actually be though had AI gone to Nike?
I mean, the only problem with this shoe is you probably wouldn't be able to find a big enough trash can to throw them in. For starters.
Let's go.
I think that the design, the team, everything in place is just wrong with this shoe. It's almost like we went to Bizarro World and this is what we came back with. But go ahead, Mr. I know you got plenty to say, Mr. Stingle.
You mentioned there was a cross between a Jordan 11 and which one? What else?
The Zoom Flight 95.
Zoom Flight 95. So, is there patent leather on here, like that black part underneath the in between those two swooshes?
So
is that patent? Okay. That's patent
and
right
then the
there.
Zoom Flight 95s. So if you see this pod here,
I remember that.
Reminiscent of the Jason Kidds.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Jason Kidd sneakers were part of the inspiration.
Yeah, this thing is terrible. I wouldn't even mow the lawn in those things.
I feel like AI made the right decision to go to Reebok, and I also feel like the position that he's in right now, he would have never gotten that opportunity with Nike. So I think him going with Reebok absolutely was a smarter move for him. Absolutely.
I also agree with that, Jay. I think him going with Nike it gave him more creative freedom because he did have quite a bit of input in all of his sneaker releases with Reebok. Nike, he just would have been another cog in the machine, and he would have gotten lost in the fray eventually, if not sooner than later. So I absolutely agree that, you know, him going with Reebok was the best move for him as far as that goes.
Yep. Absolutely.
I think we're not even really touching on the main thing when it comes to the contract he got from Reebok, because Reebok actually set the contract up for him to have money after he retired. I think it was like a total of 80 mil or something like that, and then they give him a certain amount each year or something. So basically he's basically taken care of for life because of the way Reebok structured that contract for him.
Now I would be very curious.
Nike's never thought to do anything like that.
Well, yeah, Jordan did it, but you know he got a lot of lawyers involved, and it was a lot of arm twisting in the beginning. You're absolutely right. But I would be very curious to know how the stipulations for that contract kind of came about. Was it more so AI? Was it a mixture of AI and Reebok? It's just hard for me to just imagine a company giving away money like that, the way that they have done with this contract, which is unprecedented to this day. Nobody else has really gotten a contract like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, he was the it factor for them back then. Remember, he was the it factor.
Yeah, they were excited.
He was the it factor. So
it was like there were lines out the stores trying to pick up AI shoes.
That's true.
Questions.
Facts.
That's true.
I remember they were moving off shelves. And Iverson really brought in the whole hip hop and basketball thing to the NBA, because prior to him, like, nobody was really wearing baggy clothes and stuff like that.
Right.
Yep.
Shoot, we were talking about LeBron earlier. Even he said like a lot of what he modeled, you know, as much as he loved Jordan, like he was watching AI and wanted to emulate a lot of how he dressed. And a lot of these dudes that came into the league, like cornrows, the chains, the baggy clothes, like all that kind of stuff. Like that was all AI who started that.
Yep. He definitely went against the grain. Hey, you got to wear a suit. You have to look professional. He like, take me as I am.
Yeah, he came in with the cornrows, the tattoos, the baggy clothes, the jewelry. He created, you know, a lifestyle, right? You know, around what it's like to live him, you know, as him. And I mean, so many players that came after him in that next generation, much to Ware's point, they wanted to emulate that, right? And now look at the league. Over 90% of the league look like that now.
No, you're right. AI was like, practice?
Right.
Practice.
I'm the league's MVP, and I got to worry about trade talk?
All right, a few comments real quick. Sorry, but they are alien shoes.
Hell yeah.
Keys, this one is for you, Perp.
Terrible.
He said Purple Haze has a personal vendetta against AI. He said, so do I. He beat me bad in 2K.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Now we're bringing 2K talk in here. Oh, here we go.
He said he beat him bad in 2K. And one more.
What else we got?
Elliot said, he said, I'm mad Mr. Think won't even get the grass stains on them. Yeah, I won't even mow the lawn and those things. He said, also, that is not the same box of cookies on last time. You see, now Elliot knows me. He knows.
It's the double up. It's the double up for me.
Double up. Hey.
Man. Well, listen, gentlemen, we've had a lot of great talk on here about a lot of great shoes. And, you know, every so often, there's some companies out here that love to troll. Do they not?
Yeah.
One place I don't think you ever want to troll is probably New York City. But our good friends over at Mischief decided, you know what? We're going to do it anyway. Now, let me preface this with Mr. Think I'm Possible has still not seen this picture, but I've been referencing this to him for a couple days now.
You mentioned this yesterday.
Mr. Think, I'm going to let you go with this first about these right here.
No, what is that?
These are the Mischief boots that basically are
no,
making
this is what you were
fun
talking
of
about.
Tim's. Yes, sir.
Oh
This is exactly what I've been talking about, bro. This is
All right, now,
exactly what
hold
I've
on
been
a second.
talking about.
Hold on.
Now, for those of y'all that don't know it, Mr. Think is originally from one of the boroughs in New York City.
Hold on. Okay, all right. Hold on.
Now,
They took like that whole rubber sole and put it all throughout the book. The
bro, it's on the it's even
on the top.
tongue.
Like the bottom is the sole is the tongue.
Yes. And vice versa. Yes.
And I don't know, that thing looks like it maybe like platforms like 6 inches thick or something.
Bro, I don't know. No idea.
Nah, come on, man.
No idea.
Like
Come on, man.
Landed on the moon with.
What? Let me ask you guys, because I've never seen this before. Are there any? When is this dropping? That's the first thing. When is this going to drop?
When is this dropping?
And then the next thing is, has there been one celebrity rocking these yet? I'm just curious.
You know it's
heck no! They charging $400 for these things? Absolutely not, bro.
If the boot was brown,
$400.
Pieces cup.
Nah.
Oh no! Get him! This is disrespect. So, dude, listen. I'm not even from New York, and this is disrespect, bro. Spike Lee,
No, flag on the play. Flag on the play. Now Spike no good well.
No, he better not show up to a Knicks game with these on. Absolutely not. He gonna get flamed.
Yo, them courtside.
Bro.
Oh no! See, did I ask the question? See, that's why I asked. Are there any celebrities? You see, there it is.
Oh no, man.
Spike Lee, Mr. New York himself. Bro.
Mr. Knicks.
Bro.
Wow.
Hold up.
Wow.
We gotta go to the comment. Josiah Keys got a good comment there. Hold up.
My bad. I was on full screen.
He said, you trying to look at the man? Listen, you don't need to see them in 3D. You see what they look like, bro.
That's tough.
Cam Newton and Russell Westbrook will be in the. Oh my goodness.
Nah, he ain't never.
My man said Cam Newton and Russell Westbrook will be in these guaranteed with dress shorts.
Yes.
You ain't never
lie.
Hey yo.
You ain't never lie. Dress shorts.
Hey yo.
Hey, Sam Shepard, you ain't lying, bro.
Hold up.
What's his name in those? What's the boy that came from he was John Morant's teammate. Now he's with Houston, I think.
Brooke. And his name Brooke.
No.
Yes.
God, what's his?
He had the issue with LeBron James all the time. And
he's always trolling him. Yeah.
He was he from Canada.
He's from Canada. Yeah, I could totally see him wearing something like that with some like dress suit shorts or something like that. Something crazy. With like a pink furry
this is
pure God sweater or something.
This is terrible.
Fam, yeah. Wow. And Spike is he's rocking them joints too. Wow.
Hard.
So the bottom is the tops.
He is hard.
And the tops are the bottoms.
Toppy bottoms. Wow.
That's crazy.
I thought Chirac was terrible. This just takes the cake. Like this is horrible. This is
disrespect, man. Out of all people, Spike Lee.
Hey, the royalty checks may not be coming in as much as we thought they were. So hey, you got to.
You ain't lying because didn't he just drop a Nike joint?
He's back with their campaign now, like reminiscent of the '80s.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Spike. Man, listen, Spike Lee do movies like every year, bro. He do movies every year. He ain't broke.
If there's one perk to it, if there's literally one perk to it, I mean, this boot has to be. I mean, it better be like 100% waterproof.
You never be scared of anybody stepping on you.
Listen,
you ain't never lie.
Yeah.
First off,
Wow.
first off.
Nah,
okay?
I don't know, bro.
First
Nah,
off, these things.
nah.
What did the big red boots retail for?
Well,
Weren't they
retail. That's
like
good.
$300? Was it
$400?
300? Was it
No,
300 or 400?
Yes, and then, not only that, bro. Somebody brought up the fact that there were, uh, the companies over in China were basically making fakes that were indiscernible. Like, how are you going to legit check a big red boot? Like, seriously.
Right. Fact.
Like
No-
and now they got all types of colors. They even got a Croc big red boot now as well.
Yep,
that
I saw
yellow
that.
one.
Yep, the yellow.
They got a
That
yellow
thing look
one.
like that thing looks like Swiss cheese for a shoe. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but this here, bro.
No, he's right. Did you see what Sam said? It must be a short man thing. Hey, that's that. I'm gonna get you, sucker. That platform shoe with the fish in it.
With the fish.
Yeah.
Man,
Hey, you ready? Hey, look at the lip. Look at the lip.
My man was killing. He thought he was killing that joint.
Oh my God! He had the hat. The
hold
thing.
up. My man Elliot Armstrong said that shoe got more soul than Eddie Murphy as James Brown. Yo,
Wow.
hey, yo,
Hey.
man. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we had one good laugh. I got another one for you. Now,
Oh man.
we know about a lot of people stealing sneakers out here, bro. Shoes getting knocked off, all types of stuff. But there's a story out there about some thieves I didn't realize this, in Peru, right? Who decided that they were only going to steal the right shoe? Now, when I say the right shoe, you know how you get a right and a left in the shoebox? They stole nothing but the right shoe out of this store, bro. Nothing but the right shoe out of this store. Now, how dumb can you be to only steal one half of the pair?
Oh my God.
Like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh man.
What you got to say about this?
A whole bunch of one-legged people running around out there, huh?
Man,
Listen.
I don't know what that kind of statement was, but I feel like that sneaker shop that made some people mad, or somebody really mad, man. Because I mean, I don't know what the statement they were trying to make, but that's absolutely crazy.
Look, all I would do at that point is I would Google like all the physical therapy hospitals and clinics around me and go there with a trunk load of lefties and just have at it. Have at it. Boom, there you go. That's the only thing you can do at that point, because there's nothing else you can do. Nothing.
Nothing.
You ain't never
Bro,
lying. Imagine trying to like resell that. You'd be like, I have no box and I only have the right shoe.
You know what I would do? I would go around to every local department store and I will break the right leg off of every mannequin and then go and sell them the left shoe for half the price off. There you go. Boom. Problem solved.
Oh my God.
That is nuts.
Not a
That's
leg to
crazy.
stand on.
Bro.
Okay, I see you. Oh man.
Like, you got to be down bad to break into the store and not take the full pair.
Absolutely.
Like,
They had to go.
could there really be listen? Even if I've seen a few people out there that have prosthetics. They still put both sneakers on. Like, they're gonna have both shoes there. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are they gonna be able to? Who are they gonna sell it to?
They
Hey,
just have one leg. I always wonder what they do with the other shoe, though. I think outside the box like that sometimes, though.
well, hey, it was probably a great heist until they got home and noticed what really happened.
So wait, did they steal the boxes and it just had a shoe in it, or did they just
No, they stole
They-
the right shoe. That's all they got away with. I would look for the video to try to put it on here, but obviously, because of copyright stuff, we can't have the sound come through. So I don't want to risk that. But if like, it shows the car smashing in, not even the car actually. I think they just broke in regularly, and they stole a bunch of the right sneakers.
Crazy.
Uh,
To somebody that was genius.
Or they just went down the street and broke into another store and stole the left. I don't know, but that's either way around. That's just they're down bad.
They're waiting for them to put the left shoe on display.
Yeah.
bro.
That means they go the other way. They turned around the other way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh man. All right.
Man. All right. So moving on, something we definitely got to talk about here, and it has been said. Let me get this to go ahead and pop on over. But Bape has lost the motion to dismiss the trademark infringement lawsuit that Nike put out against them. Now, what I have here are an actual image of some of what was submitted into court by Nike to basically back their claim. Now, listen, if you don't know anything about sneakers and you take away most of the branding on here, you can see how similar all these shoes look. Now,
Yes.
I personally don't see where Bape thinks they got a leg to stand on whatsoever
No pun
in
intended.
this case. But, yeah, no pun intended based on our last conversation. But where do you think this is going to go? Do you think Nike ultimately ends up winning this, which I believe is going to happen? But where do you think Bape is actually thinking that they got a true argument here?
I'll be honest with you. This is clear as day. They're just wasting their money, fighting legal fees. To be honest with you, they should just go ahead and submit, and it's over with. It's a wrap. They absolutely copyrighted everything from Nike's playbook.
Now, before I let everybody else rock, Jay, because you've been very outspoken when it comes to fakes, are these fakes in your mind?
Yes.
Are the Bape sneakers fakes in your mind? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people buy Bapes. A lot of people rock Bape clothing, Bape sneakers, all that stuff. So from your standpoint, they rocking fakes.
Yeah, absolutely. They are. They're not only is it a fake, it's a copyright. So I think if you purchase this sneaker and you like it, hey, do your thing. But you are a walking copyright infringement. That's what you're doing.
Now, did you feel the same way about was it John Geiger's? The John Geiger shoes?
Not necessarily.
Now, those look just like Air Force Ones in my book.
I can see when it comes in terms of maybe a little bit of styling cue, but maybe mostly of the cut. Cut. But listen, if you like it, I love it. Do you? It's your money. But I can't do it. I couldn't do it.
I have a quick question. I don't want to jump off topic, but since we were talking about that, a quick question is, and I've kind of seen this discussion bounce around. If you were to customize your shoe, does it turn into a fake? And I'm talking about a legit, like a legit shoe. So if you took a Jordan 1,
like the black whites,
yeah, if you took a Jordan 1 and customized this, would it turn into a fake if you use all legit Nike? Like let's just say you took a Travis Scott swoosh, a reverse swoosh, and put it on here and made your own. Do you see I'm going with that?
I don't think that would be a fake, and let me explain to you why. Because you went to a authorized dealer and you purchased a Nike stamp product or Reebok product, Adidas product, and you went on ahead and added your own flair to it. Absolutely not.
I feel you.
I disagree with that. But when you go ahead and start your own company and you look at an Air Jordan 1 low and you go to a manufacturer and you say, hey, man, just make this an inch higher, make this a centimeter lower. Let's produce it and let me throw a star and a lightning bolt on it. Absolutely. It is a copyright infringement.
Okay, so let's pause for a second, right? You all bring up some very good points. But let's go with visuals here, right? All right, what am I holding in my hand?
Come on now, shattered.
Shattered
2.0.
backboard.
Shattered.
2.0s.
Yep.
All right. Now, what am I holding now?
You holding the 2.0, you holding
Yep.
the low ski with the the low ski.
Okay.
Did they ever make this though?
Nah, I haven't seen them.
Exactly, they haven't because I customized this shoe myself.
Yep.
Right.
I did this myself.
Right.
So,
Using what shoe though?
What
shoe is that?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, the Jordan 1 Low. It was
Yeah,
I know, but what I'm saying is, what was the base color blocking?
white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you took an all white one and turned it into Shattered Backboard 3.0.
See?
Okay.
You see? Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's a fake.
That's not a fake.
So what's the difference between that and what Vapors doing then?
What's the difference?
Because it's the same silhouette.
Wait. But hear me out. But what they did was, right? They went on ahead and say, hey, we're going to put this 1 centimeter higher. You're going to make this 2 centimeters lower. We're going to take it to the manufacturer, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop it. What you did, you purchased a what? A authorized.
Real.
Thank you.
This is not an authorized colorway for the Jordan 1 Low, though.
Correct. But you customized it yourself. You purchased it. You purchased and you changed it the way you wanted. You didn't start your organization, your own company, and say, hey, it's called Purple Haze Sneakers.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Okay.
Nobody in the comments copyright that. That's mine. That's mine.
That's right. That's right. We got that on film.
You heard it here first, Jay.
Purple Haze Sneakers. I love it.
Yo, shout out real quick to everybody tapped in. We got Miami. Miami's in the house. Shout out to Santiago.
What's going on, bro? What's going on
Miami's
with
in the
you?
house.
Hey, Santiago, when I come back down there, bro, I definitely we need to kick it up in the Brickell area, bro. We definitely got to do that.
That's
you trying to come out to the Brickell?
Come on, let's do it.
Reese's says, agreed, Jay. Reese's also says, Purple Haze, love the customs. Yeah, them joints is dope. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They are dope.
Them joints are dope.
They are nice.
I think I might use that actually. Whoops. Too late.
Uh-oh.
It's too late.
Oh, man.
Now, see, that argument, though, has been a huge one. The customized sneakers versus fake sneakers, right? That's been a big argument that's been going on out here, because if you take a retail shoe and you create it into something that was never actually released by Nike, because the base of it, even though it is a retail sneaker, it's like, I mean, when you own it, you can do what you want with it, right?
Right.
So from that standpoint, but you didn't really, what you did was you took an idea that was already out there and then put it on a silhouette that Nike themselves never intended to put it on. The color blocking, that is. Right? So from that standpoint, could they be seen in that same light?
So
it's a very thin line.
It is thin lines. It is.
Here's the thin line. Purple Haze did not sell the sneaker.
I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about.
It's a personal.
I see what you're talking about. All right. Watch this. I'm gonna pull this back out. So, and you'll know about my friend Felina who makes shoes.
Yes.
So if I was to take this cake right here, not necessarily these colors, but let's say my wife has a Coach bag, and I was to take this panel right here and put that Coach leather right here, and now I got me a custom shoe. Even though it's not an authorized pair that Nike themselves made, I will have a custom Coach Jordan 1. That will be real. I use the real leather from Coach. I've used a real sneaker and I've customized it. I understand what you're saying. The moment I turn around and say, hey, these right here are, Mr. Think Impossible kicks or whatever, that's when you're like, you're stealing Nike's silhouette and using Coach as I see what you're saying. I get it.
That's just my opinion.
I get it. No, I get it. I totally get it. Yeah.
Now, now we may be, venturing off a little too far if I ask this, because there are some people out here who will take products from Nike, okay?
Mhm.
They will, for example, I just came across a page, I can't remember what the page is, but they took a whole Jordan sneaker and they cut it all apart, and then they made a wallet out of it. They made what was it? They made a strap, a keychain strap out of it, and I forgot what else they did. But he basically takes the sneakers, cuts the leather off of them, and uses them to make products to go ahead and sell.
Mm-hmm.
Now those never came obviously from Nike, but he's making custom items,
Right.
right? How do we feel about something like that?
Well,
Because Nike could easily step in and go, hold on, you're using our product, albeit, yeah, you did purchase it, but you're creating items with it that people can tell where it's coming from as far as like Nike. Like they can see the Nike in it.
if you are selling the product, if you are selling it, not taking it to a location to get it done, and it's still your sneaker or it's your product. If you are taking it and you are selling it to the masses, it's copyright infringement. Right. So just like, for example, y'all know my whole thing is I got my own shirt line, right? Stay Horny World, right?
Oh my Lord.
Oh
Hold on a
my
second.
God.
This is the first. Hold on. Stop.
No, he
the
does.
press.
No, he
Stop the press.
he wore it
This is the
last
first time he's talked about it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had it on.
How are you not wearing the shirt right now?
I've worn
Advertising
the
for
shirt
yourself.
before. I've worn the shirt before.
On our
he has.
lives?
Yeah.
I
He
could
had
have sworn I have. Yeah.
I must not have been paying attention. I did not
It's
see
all good,
anything that says "Stay
but
Horny" on it.
If somebody go ahead and take that shirt and they go ahead and make my shirt, that's copyright infringement.
Correct.
You did not purchase them from me to go ahead and say, hey, you're authorized seller to sell my shirt. That's copyright infringement.
I feel you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
listen. Go ahead.
no, my bad. So because that was my fault. So back to the Bape situation with this trial. I don't know. I think Nike's looking pretty good. Throughout that whole situation, I think Nike's looking pretty good with it.
Yeah, Bape's looking down bad right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hands down.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think that they really don't have. They really don't have a leg to stand on, in my opinion. Yeah. And it's not going to go well for them. It's not going to go well. Gentlemen, we've got one. Hold on. What we got here? Oh, yeah. Let's go through the comments. I'm sorry.
We're almost caught up. He just chimed in on that. Go ahead, bro.
No, read it. You can read it.
Got you. No, it's not. Yes, correct. If Nike lets create a shoe under their license and permission, you're good. So if they let you create a shoe under their license permission, you'll be good. And the next one says, I feel you on that. On a side note, I got this big E-Mac coming out. Not to be confused with the Big Mac. Yeah, he's all right. I want an LV Jordan 1 low with pink LV leather. You see, that'd be a dope custom.
Well,
that could be a
hold on.
right there.
That would be a dope cut. Exactly. I feel you.
Hold on a second now. Hold on a second, because they already got some of them out there, but they are not coming directly from Nike. But let me just bring this up here real quick. Let me see if I can bring this picture up.
The E-Mac.
Yeah,
is it coming up? Or where we at? Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. So here we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Is that the one that comes with the big briefcase too?
Oh, I have no idea. I think so.
Yeah.
These were done, 6 years ago.
Yeah, it came out a few years. He had a big, thick briefcase.
Yep.
With the Louis V print on it.
Now, did he get a cease and desist on these?
What,
I don't think he did. I don't
Because
think he
those were
did.
official.
Oh, were these? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, to celebrate Virgil's appointment as creative director of
Yeah,
Louis
those were
Vuitton.
official.
Oh, yeah. Okay, create what it do would have been. Oh, okay.
And I
All
think
right.
they sold for something crazy at an auction too.
Oh, bro, look at these damn things. You damn right they did.
I want to
Look at
say
it.
Yeah,
it was like almost
yeah.
300,000 or 400,000. It was something crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
110%, bro.
That's
Mm.
wild. That's
All right, man. So we have talked a lot about these sneakers here with prices and what the shoe game's going to do, but we got one more topic of conversation we definitely got to get into that
okay.
Sneaker Freaker magazine brought out, guys. And this has been an ongoing debate, and I don't think it's ever going to stop. But reselling is killing sneaker collector culture. Do you agree or disagree? Now, once again, collector culture is the focus.
I'll be
Who
honest.
wants to take it? Okay, Jay taking it first. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So here's my opinion, right? In the current in current market, yes, it's absolutely killing the sneaker collector culture. It absolutely is. And the reason why is because you get a shoe for $100, right? Now you're selling it for $1,000. You're selling it for $2,000, $3,000, whatever you want to sell it for. What happens is that there's nothing wrong with reselling a sneaker, but to take it a little bit more deep dive is not always necessarily the reselling part. It's the botters, it's the hoarders who take 100 pairs, 400 pairs, and they snag them, right? Because at the end of the day, we already know selling sneakers, trading sneakers, that's part of the sneaker collector culture. That's part of our culture. But not when someone automatically gets 200 pairs of trophy rooms.
Oh, like this guy right here.
All right.
100%.
So when I talk about that aspect, yes, I don't have a problem with reselling sneakers because it's like reselling basketball cards, baseball cards when they were popular. It's the same. It's the same thing, but there's a difference when you have a hoarder who can take, like I said, 3, 4, 500 pairs, and now who controls that market? Right? That's a big difference.
That's true.
That's the big difference.
I think you can insert mic drop right there, Jay.
All right, go ahead, Perp. What you got, man?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think I need to say anything else. I mean, Jay pretty much took all the words right out of my mouth. I mean, it's a huge part of the sneaker culture. But it's an ever-changing culture on top of that. So, what's that expression? Yesterday's price isn't today's price, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're going to continue to see that. We're going to continue to see it in different waves as we go along. But yeah, I mean, Jay nailed it around on the head.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you rock first, Mr. Think.
Yep. Yeah, totally. Is it killing the sneaker collector culture? I would say yes, along the terms of what Jay was mentioning. There is nothing wrong with you. A matter of fact, I'm going to give you an example. Me personally, I have never worn a Travis Scott sneaker, not because I don't like them. It's just not my thing, but it does have a very high resale value. So me personally, I will use it as trade bait. I will use it for whatever else. So, but once again, that's not me buying and getting 25 or 50 pair of them neither, right? So I on this level, I would say yes, totally.
So I'm gonna say, as far as sneaker collector culture goes, reselling is killing the game, and let me tell you why. You see, what we need to look at is not us where we are currently, it's the ones coming up and what it is they are actually being exposed to. A lot of the major, social media platforms out there show how lucrative it can be, obviously, to buy and sell sneakers. Now, what they don't show is how long it actually takes to get to that level to actually be doing like what this guy here I got on the screen is able to do. It takes years, okay? And it takes the right kind of connections. Now, there's a lot of people who have dropped out of sneaker reselling because it's not been as lucrative for them, but they don't have the weight to actually go against someone like this guy. I can't even remember this dude's name, and it escapes me. But the ones coming up who a lot of times, Jay and Mr. Think I'm Possible, like a lot of them are watching some of our videos. But what do we mainly focus on? A lot of times reselling is not one of them, right? We're more so the actual shoe. Do we like it or not? You know what I'm saying? Like the history of the sneaker. A lot of these kids now, they don't care about the history. All they worry about is whether or not it resells for a lot, and that's what dictates whether or not they're actually going to sell. They're actually going to wear the sneaker.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think of it from that standpoint, what's the sneaker game going to look like 20, 30 years from now? You know, to me, with the way things are currently going, there's going to be a lot of sneakers that get overlooked all because they don't go for a whole lot of money on the resale market.
Right.
Okay. So based on what's being said here, that it's the current state of the culture. Now, could there be an about face? Yes. I think that maybe some of this could come in waves, but I don't know, man. It's hard because, again, we were talking about the GOAT debate earlier. Now, we grew up being able to watch Mike play, the whole releasing of all the shoes that came out and the prestige of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids don't have that now.
That's true.
All they know about Mike is what they can see during the highlight films. They had the Last Dance documentary. That was really a lot of people's first exposure who've heard of Mike to actually really get a deep dive into Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, listen, there's a notion out there that even say SBs are dying too. That people that maybe we're not getting a lot of great SBs and some of that's going to fall off. I just think that when you hear like the youth, and that's really what this is talking about. When you hear the youth as they're coming up, I mean, shoot, I went to SneakerCon, and my neighbor's son came with us, and all he was interested in was off-whites. Off-white. And I was like, why are you so hard-pressed on off-white? He goes, man, do you know what they go for? And I'm like, there you go. So that's what I think. I think, getting shoes to like them is somewhat getting phased out.
Right.
As it stands right now, and there's way too many people focused on, I'm tired of sneakers being called bricks just because they're not going for a lot of money, and they're nice sneakers, like the Ivory 3s.
Fire.
It was a nice shoe. People gonna call them bricks just because they don't go for a lot, and that will keep people from actually wearing the shoe because I'm not going to get a lot of clout for wearing this shoe out here. I'm just going to be normal.
Yep. Facts.
Just to jump into a few comments here.
Yeah, go ahead. Hop into the comments, bro.
Yeah, just jump to a few here. Elliot said a way to combat this is to limit the amount of sneakers that can be purchased. So, just to talk a little bit about bodying and like, all right. So let me talk about the sneakers app, but just a little bit. You create an email, right, which is totally free, and you can create as many emails as you want to, like literally as many as you want to.
Yeah.
And even if you weren't even bodying, I'm just talking about just for us regular people, the more emails you have, and the more devices you have, the more you increase your chances of hitting on a sneaker, right? So if you wanted to, you can create 15 different emails, have every laptop, old cell phone, tablet, computer, CPU, whatever you got, so whatever, and you can get on that sneakers app, and you're going to increase your chances of hitting. And we're not even talking about botting yet. Botting is just like a whole new level of copping kicks. So and then that's kind of lead into this next question here, where Sam said, well, if Nike wanted to truly stop resellers on both buyers, they could. Something as simple as "I am not a robot" buttons. Because of AI nowadays, you can bypass all of that. Yeah. Technology is getting so advanced.
Yeah, technology changes every second. And in order for Nike to stay on top of technology, they would literally be spending billions of
dollars
every year. Yeah.
Yeah, technology is getting so good. It's getting so good.
I think that, talking about technology Nike could use. I mean, what's one way to unlock the phone? Facial recognition?
Correct.
You could have to do facial recognition for your
Fingerprint
account.
scanning. Yeah.
Now watch this. This is interesting. Santiago said if it wasn't for resellers, I wouldn't get half of my shoes. Right. So Santiago's saying, look, if I can't hit
half of my shoe. Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I didn't hit on like the initial drop or whatever, now I get to go to the retail shop and pick up my, my favorite silhouette. So that's fair. He's saying, look, I don't mind, going to a retail shop and
see, here's my thing about resellers is because I feel like if there was a shoe that you wanted that came out maybe a couple years ago, that would be a good reason to try to talk to a reseller to be able to source something that would be hard to get.
Yeah.
What made a lot of people mad is Nike just released 300,000+ pairs, and a couple of these other sites released pairs too, and people can't even walk away with one. Of a shoe that just released, not something that came out 2-3 years ago that obviously would be hard to come by. We're talking about something that just got released, and now I can't get it because you guys done botted up the stock.
Yep.
So
75, 100, 150 pairs of the same sneaker.
Yep.
So, and Santiago, this goes exactly back to my whole entire point, right? Reselling has always been a part of our culture, but it's the botters, and I like to call botters hoarders, right? Who gets, like I said, 200-300 pairs of shoes and they hold on to them. Now, those people like that, they control the market because there's nothing wrong if you're a sneaker collector. Hey, guess what? Wear your kicks 26. Hey, yo, I want that sneaker, man. Well, hey, bro, what you got? I got 2 sneakers for your one. You know what? All right, cool. Well, you know what? Throw an extra $10 in, so I can get some bubble gum, right? Just for example, there's nothing wrong with that aspect. But when it comes to those botters and they hold on to the sneakers, that's what I mean. And you absolutely stated that point exactly. It's botters killing the market, not necessarily the resellers. It's the hoarders. Yep, the back doors, right?
Mr. Think, we got any more comments there to get through? I see a couple popping up. Let's
here goes another one right here.
Go ahead, read it off, bro.
So the problem is the manager of the retail stores and backdoor. Nike can add all stores to Sneakers Pass with pickup.
Yeah, that's something else. Why do they limit the stores that they do Sneakers Pass with, especially in like the major metropolitan areas?
That's all the point about it. They're actually doing away with Sneakers Pass. I don't know if
yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
Yep.
That's true too. I think that because the Jordan 4 Bread Reimagines, there were a lot of people speculating they were going to do it, and then they actually just released first come first serve from the Nike stores.
Right.
Good.
It's foreshadowing on what's to come moving forward with Nike. Trust me on this.
Right. Next one says the bots are dead. Only 10 through 50 people knows how to use them nowadays.
Yeah. Well, okay, so those 10 to 50 people could be running who knows how many different bot accounts. You know what I mean? Like, depending on the shoe, like 50 people running 100 bot accounts, that's what? That's 50,000 right there.
off the rip.
And that's just a guesstimate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still on top of the amount of people that are already going for the shoe to begin with.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And don't forget, it's not just one person sitting in their basement running a bot. Like, there are whole cook groups out there that
Facts.
Yes.
that
Facts.
right? So it doubles, triples the chances on top of that 50,000 that where your kicks just said.
Facts.
Right.
Yep.
And Elliot mentioned maybe something like a fair price match. So once again, when it comes to business and when it comes to supply and demand, like, there is absolutely nothing wrong with us being able to cop a silhouette, or even you being able to cop a silhouette. You paid $180 for it. Look, my Black Phantom Travis Scott's, I paid $160 after taxes and shipping and the whole 9 yards. They're going for $700. Look, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Or they're not my size, so obviously I'm going to trade them off. But there's nothing wrong with you copping a silhouette and reselling it, right? Mm-hmm. Supply and demand. But we're talking about how that silhouette got acquired, and it's not even fair for most people. It's not even fair. Going back to the Jordan 4 breads.
Yeah.
Right? Look how difficult it was. Like, people still have not acquired that shoe for resale, of course. For resale, they still have not acquired it.
Although resale has come down a little bit.
It has.
Then they went, right now they're over 300. They were under 300. And I just checked, and at least in the size 11 and through a size 12 is somewhere around like that 317, 326 price range. So they shot back up a little bit.
Did it?
See, it all depends on what the person's situation is. Is can they hold out? Because
Correct.
There's some out there that can't, and they're just trying to unload that, which is why you'll see an under $300 price on the shoe. And then you got others who are like, I'll just sit back and wait, and they'll be, putting the market at $325, $350.
Yeah.
Now Tyler said, "Come on, those breads were easy peasy." I still know a lot of people. I still know a lot of people that did not cop.
What I'm saying.
I know a lot of people that jumped on and said they didn't get it.
Tyler is trolling us, okay? Listen, Tyler's trolling us because 100%, him and I were sitting there talking, and when we were trying to cop through JD Sport Finish Line, bro, we was almost pulling our hair out because that app was oh my God, that app was terrible that day. But people were waiting for like almost 45 minutes to an hour to try to get through the queue to be able to put in a reserve on the pair, if they even got through. Right. It was terrible. Listen, the Jordan 4 bread release, still to this day, in my opinion, is the worst reimagined release we have seen, and it is topped the Jordan 1 Lost and Found release, in my opinion. It tops it as the worst release because, and I say that because people got W's and then they got canceled days later.
That's true.
Versus with the Lost and Founds, you couldn't even get in the app to try, so you knew you was taking an L, period. I'd rather have that than think I got a W and then all of a sudden, by the way, we had to cancel your order.
Broken dreams.
Broken dreams, 100%.
Broken dreams.
110%.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Gentlemen, we have actually ran through the list of topics that we had for today.
Man, talking about turning and burning, folks.
Turning and burning. Listen, we told you guys, we did a 4-hour marathon last time. We said we ain't going to do that. We wasn't going to let that happen again. But let's see. We got anything else here in the comments? We got something else here. What we got? CPFM went thought order list and saw who real and who bought. Travis never let me win while I bought a lot from his web. You know what? The Travis Scott releases, the worst one was that golf shoe. And I don't know why they did what they did with the golf shoe to where the only people that won were streamers. Like, that was the stupidest thing ever. On the golf shoe, you pull that nonsense.
Hey, the one that Jay hit on his first Travis.
Well, they would have been better off pulling that nonsense with the Utopia, the Air Force Utopias.
Oh my God!
Trying to help move them things.
Yo, but and we talked about this. Wasn't it crazy on how much of a secret they kept that shoe? Like nobody knew nothing about those things.
Yeah. Like,
So I'll be honest with you. One thing with Travis Scott, he'll drop some stuff at the weirdest times and nobody knows. He wants to know who's a real fan, who's really absolutely going to just be on his site at random points. Now, we'll say this. There are some sneaker clubs out there is what I'm going to call them. And they kind of be like, hey, you guys might want to go to Travis Scott website at this time because we keep hearing about something releasing. However this technology works, these clubs that you pay for like what every month, I don't know, 20, 30.
Oh, the Discords,
yeah.
The
Discords. Sometimes they be having hidden gems in those Discords, and there's nothing wrong with that. So either A, you gonna play around and get lucky, or B, you gonna pay every month to try to help you understand when sneakers releasing and how to cop them a little bit better through their information.
Right. But I was talking about like specifically with the Utopias. Nobody had nothing leaked about. I mean, up until when people got them in hand, they were trying to figure out like, is this something special in the box? Does it come with a bag?
Wraps.
It was on the wraps, bro.
It was
for that whack kick.
Major wraps. It was
yeah.
It was something funky with that one in particular. Nobody knew nothing.
Major wraps, bro.
And I've been really combing the blogs to see if I can find something where there's some type of internal dispute between Travis Scott and Nike over that, because there's no way in the world that Nike approved that. I'm sorry. Like I will stand on that. That was just too sketchy.
Man.
Shady of a release. I mean, from the way it was developed, there was no marketing behind it. It just dropped it out there. Right. Like, when's Nike ever gotten behind something that just really just dropped like that? Never.
Man, listen, you're gonna start giving people PTSD that actually purchased them.
AJ, I'm about to say, AJ, how fast did you toss yours?
Bruh, like, listen, I got rid of, I got 2 pairs. I got rid of one, and this other one, I forgot about it. I need to get rid of it. Seriously, I really need to get rid of it.
Santiago goes, we're all resellers in a way. I buy classics, so I need to resell it. So, Jay, real quick, you were talking about how resale's been a part of the culture, but correct me if I'm wrong. It used to be that we would cop our pair and then maybe cop an extra pair to sell for like $50 over. That used to be what the resale game was like. Am I correct on that? Or
no, your memory serves all of us 100% with correctness on that. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with it, but it comes to a point where it's like, hold on, stop. You mean to tell me I spent $100 on this sneaker and I gotta pay 5 bands for it? Like, it comes to a point where it gets ridiculous, for Santiago, I want to say this, bro. I agree with you saying, but not fully. And hear me out, right? If you getting rid of a sneaker to get another sneaker to appreciate the other sneaker, I'm not gonna really say that's necessarily a reseller, because you're doing it to get something else you want, not because you're trying to get a monetary value. But I'm agreeing with you, bro. It just might be that last little 3%. I might be like, but much respect to you, Santiago. I definitely respect that, bro. 100%.
Hey, listen, much respect to everybody in the comments who's been rocking out with us tonight.
100%. Going crazy tonight.
100%. Hell yeah. Listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my man Jay Elevate. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my man Mr. Think I'm Possible. And make sure you tell Purple Haze he needs to go ahead and start his channel so you can like, comment, and subscribe to it.
And make sure you subscribe to Wear Your Kicks, my man, 26.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, couple more comments here. Go ahead, Mr. Think. What you got?
Do you know what's gonna be so dope, Perp? If you decide to go ahead and start a channel, like no lie, you're gonna have it like pretty cush. You're gonna have like a bunch of subscribers off the rip. That's dope.
Hell yeah, because you already getting this exposure, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, hey, but thanks to your brothers like you guys, man. I mean, you guys got the subscribers, you guys got the knowledge base, you guys got the kicks, you guys know your stuff. And people come to you because they want to know what's going on. And you guys fill in those gaps of what's happening out there in the marketplace right now. So salutes to all 3 of you. Wear Your Kicks 26, Mr. Think I'm Possible, Jay Elevate. Like, share, subscribe. These people man, they are out there doing their thing. And I will make sure I go through the comment section and click that subscribe button on all that have your pages as well. So keep doing your thing.
Much respect.
Real quick, we got a comment here. I had Utopia Air Force and I sold for $280. Label scan works well. Hold on. How the heck did you finesse somebody for $280?
Hey, yo, congrats.
Wow.
Congrats.
Finesse.
Yes, congrats on that.
Finesse somebody for $280. Damn.
Congrats.
Damn. Hold on. What else we got here? What else we got here? I copped Travis Low 1 OG pair with my phone. No bots. Last first come, first serve.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Yep. Man. But look, I'm going back to this though. Hold up. How the hell? Bro.
Right. And we got to know. Inquiry minds need to know.
It could have been someone out of country.
I want to hear what this business class is like to be able to finesse
great.
somebody for $100 on top. Them things retail for $180. $180.
I bet you out there selling water to Eskimos, man. Water to
listen. What Jay say? I sell ice in the winter. I sell fire in hell. Yeah.
I sell
water to a whale. I sell water to a whale. Shoot. What we got here? What we got?
There you go, Perp.
Mr. Purple Haze. Open your chat. There you go. See? There you go. Gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Any final thoughts before we close out tonight?
Hey, I wanna shout out you gentlemen because this past week for me working has been, I'm talking about extremely busy. So shout out to you guys for keeping me updated, with the sneaker news or what was going on. I appreciate that. Much love, fellas.
Salute. Hey, look, I say it all the time. It takes a village. But right now, everybody in chat, man, you're looking at our village right now, man. These brothers, man, they keep you going. They keep you on your toes. And no half slacking over here. No slacking on your pimping, any of that, however you want to phrase it. These brothers are the real deal, man, and I appreciate all of you all, for keeping me on my toes, because there are a lot of things that sometimes may fall off my radar. You guys put me right back on the rails real quick, tighten me up quick. So thank you. So I salute to all of you all.
I definitely want to say, man, listen, from the bottom of my heart, without y'all, J Elevate would not be possible. I'm not going to say and speak here for all these other gentlemen, but seriously, without y'all, this whole entire podcast would not be possible. And without you three gentlemen, man, I appreciate y'all. We share, we exchange information, and the love is so natural. It's neutral. It's not like, oh, you got one thumb up on me. Listen, over here, family, we do not care about who caught more sneakers, who has more. We don't care. We here to help each other. And I want to say this, man. I can honestly say this about all three gentlemen. Our number one goal is to help you cop sneakers for retail and to give you the real information on sneaker history. So without you guys, I want to say I'm nothing. My channel is nothing without y'all. Listen, you guys spend a lot of money on sneakers. I got the best product on the market. Resjuvenator.
Yes, sir.
Go to my description. Click on the Resjuvenator link. It's free to sign up. During checkout, use my promo code J_Elevate and get 10% off of all of your purchases. Now you know the model.
For the culture.
Yo, that lip was serious.
Bro, the trouble of that lip, bro.
Yo.
Hey, yo. All right. Let me get to these comments here real quick. Let me get to them before we close out. My man Elliot goes, great video. That's why I stuck around, because I don't like people playing on my phone. Hey, listen, we thank you for tapping in with us.
Yes, sir.
Much love to you. Make sure you tell your people about us to go ahead and join in, guys. All right, what else we got here? From my man Tyler, another fine show, my guys. Keep it up. Listen, once again, thank you, Tyler. Listen, not for nothing. you guys in the chat definitely help this show out more than you
Yes.
can even imagine. All
Yes,
right. So we
facts.
thank you all definitely tapping in. And listen, we actually talk all week long about what it is we're gonna bring to you guys here on Friday night. Trust me, we don't just throw this together, okay? We really put in some work to try to bring you guys some serious information and talk about some real subjects. And what's weird is we always go, all right, well, let's just see what happens this week if there's anything to talk about. And then lo and behold,
Something pops up.
lo and behold, there's stuff that keeps popping up.
There's
and
news.
I'm like, man, I guess we going live Friday again.
Right.
What else we got here? My fiance goes, love what you guys do for the sneaker community. Truly amazing. Thank you, babe, for tapping in. Love you. Love you.
Awesome.
Elliot, what we got here? He pulled a Leo in Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not sure. Yes, the chest pound. Okay, I was almost like,
That's right.
what we got here? Lena goes, I'm learning so much watching your videos. Thank you. We thank you for tapping in with us, for real.
All day.
All right, guys. Well, let me tell you something right now. I definitely have to say I appreciate the three of you because this has been what I hoped at some point I'd be able to do with YouTube, is connecting with a bunch of like-minded people that love to have conversations around sneakers. And I'm having so much fun doing this. And the fact that we've got people, tapping in the chat and watching us and talking and exchanging all this information and history. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, as they say, if you want to go fast, you go by yourself. But if you want to go far, you go together. And we are definitely going to go far together, gentlemen, because this here, I see it definitely growing. With that being said, to all you out there, hopefully you all have a great night, a great weekend. And don't forget, every day's a great day to wear your kicks. We out.
Peace.
I love it, man. Thanks for tapping in. I love it.
Thank you.